Sixth standard term 2 shows social science subject history unit 1 Vedic culture in North India and megalithic culture in South India. Vedic age. So the first phase of urbanization in India came to an end with the decline of Indus civilization. So after that a new era had begun. So this new era began with the arrival of Aryans. So this era is called as Vedic age. Vedic age. It is a period in the history of India between 1500 BCE to 600 BCE. So Vedic age gets its name from the four Vedas. So who were the Aryans? So the Aryans were Indo-Aryan language speaking people. They were semi-nomadic pastoralistic. So Aryans came from the Central Asia in several waves of migration through Khyber Pass of Hindu Kush mountains. So earlier the main occupation of the Vedic people was cattle rearing, but they also practiced slash and burn agriculture. So what is slash and burn agriculture? It is a farming method that involves cleaning the land by cutting and burning all the trees and plants on it. Cultivation is done there for a short time and then abandoned. People then move to a new piece of land for cultivation. So the geographical range of the Vedic age is North India. It belongs to the period of Iron Age. Vedic age times period is between 1500 BCE to 600 BCE. The major sources was Vedic literature. So the nature of civilization was rural. Aryans and their home in India. Aryans of the Rigvedic period were semi-nomadic. They were basically pastoral people because their main source of wealth was cattle. In the Rigvedic times, the Aryan homeland was Punjab, which was at that time was called as Sapta Sindhu. So the meaning of the Sapta Sindhu is the land of 7 rivers. Around 1000 BCE, Aryans in India moved eastward and settled in Indo-Gangetic plain. So from Punjab, around 1000 BCE, Aryans moved from Punjab in the eastward direction and settled in Indo-Gangetic plain. So the use of iron axes and plugs became widespread. So what are the four Vedas? The four Vedas are Rig Veda, Yajur Veda, Sama Veda and Atharva Veda. Sources: Vedic literature. Sources: Vedic literature. So Vedic literature can be classified into two broad categories. They are Srutis and Smritis. What are Srutis? The Srutis compromises the four Vedas, the Brahmanas, the Aryankas and the Upanishad. They were considered as sacred, eternal and unquestionable truth. Shruti means listening, ones that were transmitted orally through generation. Smritis. Smritis, it is a body of text containing teaching on religious such as Idihasas, Puranas, Tantras and Agamas. Smritis are not eternal, they are constantly revised. Smriti means definite and written literature. So the Vedic text is broadly classified into Shrutis and Smriti. Shruti compromises of four Vedas, Aryankas, Brahmanas and Upanishad. Smritis consist of Idihas, Puranas. The Idihasas like Ramayana and Mahabharata, and Puranas like Shiva Purana and Vishnu Purana. Sutras like Dharma Sutra, Manusmriti and Narada Smriti. National motto. The national motto Satyameva Jayate is taken from Mundaka Upanishad. Archaeological sources. Material remains such as iron implements and pottery from the archaeological sites in Punjab, Uttar Pradesh, and Rajasthan along the Indus and Ganges. So the classification of Vedic ages is around of about two phases. They were the early Vedic period and later Vedic period. Early Vedic period is approximately between 1500 to 1000 BCE, and the latter Vedic period belongs to 1000 BCE to 600 BCE. Vedic culture. First, the polity and society. The Rigvedic polity was kingship based. Kula, which means clan, was the basic unit of the polity. So the Kula was under the head called Kulapati. Several families joined together to form a grama. A grama means village. So the head of the grama was Gramani. A group of villages was called Vish, and the Vish was headed by Vishyapati. Rajan was the head of the Jana. Jana means tribe. And Jana Rajan was addressed as Janasya Gopa, the guardian of the people. There were several tribal kingdoms. They are Rastras during Rigvedic period. The important tribal kingdom were Bharadas, Mathyasas, and Puras. King. The main responsibility of the Rajan or king was to protect his tribe. His powers were limited by tribal assemblies, namely Vedanta, Sabha, Samidhi, and Gana. Of these tribal assemblies, Vedanta, the tribal assembly, was the oldest. Sabha means a council of elders. Samidhi means a assembly of people. The kings appointed a Prohit. A Prohit is a chief priest to assist him. In economic, political, and military matters, the king was assisted by the Senai. The Senai was the army chief. Gramani was the leader of the village. When Aryans moved eastward into Ganges, Yamuna, Dawob region, the early settlement were replaced by territorial kingdoms. When the Aryans moved eastward into Ganges, Yamuna, Dawob region, the early settlements were replaced by territorial kingdoms. Hereditary kingship began to emerge. In the monarchical form of government, the power of the king increased, and he performed various rituals and sacrifices to make his position strong. Many Janas or tribes were amalgamated to form Janapathas or Rastras in the later Vedic period. The importance of Samidhi and Sabha diminished, and the Vedanta completely disappeared. New states emerged. Earlier, which means in the early Vedic period, Bali was a voluntary contribution of the people to the king. In the later Vedic period, Bali was treated as a tax and collected regularly. The Kuru and Panchala kingdoms flourished, and large cities like Ayodhya, Indraprastha, and Mathura also emerged during this period. So Bali, it is a tax consisting of 1/6 of the agriculture produce or cattle for a person. Social organization. The Vedic family was patriarchal. The fair complexed Aryans distinguished themselves from dark complexed non-Aryans whom they called Dasyus and Dasas. Within the early Vedic society, there were three divisions. They were general public, were called as Vishas, and the second one is the warrior class was called Kshatriyas, and the third, the priestly class, was named Brahmanas. At the later stage, when the Aryans had to accommodate the non-Aryan skilled workers in their social arrangement, a rigid fourfold Varna system was developed. That is, the priestly Brahmanas, the warrior Kshatriyas, the land-owning Vyasya, and the skilled workers Sutras. So thus a graded social order was emerged. Although the Vedic age is evidenced by good number of texts, but it does not have any adequate amount of material evidences. It Vedic age does not have an adequate amount of material evidences. The status of woman in early Vedic society, in Rig Vedic society, which means the early Vedic society, women relatively enjoyed some freedoms. The wife was respected as the mistress of the household. She could perform rituals along with the husbands in their houses. Child marriage and sati were unknown. There was no bar on remarriage of widows. Nevertheless, the women were denied right to inherit property from their parents. They played no role in public affairs. In later Vedic period, the role of women in society as well as their status even within the family was declined. So now women could no longer perform rituals in the family. The rules of marriages became much more complex and rigid. Polygamy became common. Widow remarriage was not encouraged. Education was denied to women. Intercaste marriage was banned. Economic life. Economic in the Vedic period was sustained by a combination of pastoralism and agriculture. The occupation of Rigvedic Aryans was cattle rearing. There were carpenters, chariot makers, potters, smiths, weavers, and leather workers. Ochre colored pottery was attributed to this period. Horses, cows, goat, sheep, oxen, and dogs were domesticated. When Aryans permanently settled in Sindh and Punjab region, they began to practice agriculture. The staple crop was Yava. Yava means barley. And there is no mention of wheat or cotton in the Rigveda, though both were cultivated by the Indus people. 2 crops a year were raised. In later Vedic period, the Aryans tamed elephants apart from cow, goat, sheep, and horse. In addition to craftsmen of early Vedic period, there were also jewelers, dyers, and smelters. Pottery of this period was painted graveware culture. Use of iron plug and axe helped to put more areas of land under cultivation. Crops of wheat, rice, and barley were cultivated. With the growth of agriculture, the idea of private possession of land came into existence. New craft and arts developed, leading to surplus production of commodities for sale. Trade became extensive, barter system was prevalent, but they used Nishaka, Sadhamana, and Krishnala for business transaction. Niska and Sadhamana were gold coins and Krishnala was silver coins. So the metals known to Rigvedic people are gold, iron, copper or bronze. So gold was called as Hirnaya, iron Shama, copper or bronze was Ayas. Religion. Rigvedic Aryans worshipped mostly the earthly and celestial gods like Prithvi, the earth, Agni, the fire, Vayu, the wind, Varuna, the rain, Indra, the thunder. There were also lesser female deities like Aditi, goddess of eternity, and Usha, appearance of dawn. Their religion was yajna centered. The mode of prayer was rectification of Vedic hymns. People pray for the welfare of Praja, Pasu, and Dana. Praja was children, Pasu was cattle, and Dana was wealth. Cow was considered a sacred animal. There were no temples. Ideal worship has not yet come into existence. Later on, priesthood became a profession and a hereditary one. New gods were perhaps adopted from non-Aryans. Indra and Agni lost their importance. Prajapati, Vishnu, and Rudra became prominent gods. Prajapati was the creator, the Vishnu was the protector, and Rudra the destroyer. Sacrifices and rituals became more elaborate. Education. The Gurukula system is an ancient learning method. The word Gurukula is a combination of the Sanskrit word Guru and Kula. Guru means a teacher or a master, and Kula means a family or home. The Shishyas resided with their gurus and served them, and simultaneously learned and gained knowledge. The student received education through oral tradition, meaning rote learning, and were required to memorize everything. The subject of the study included the four Vedas, the Idihas, the Puranas, the grammar, logic, ethics, astrology, maths, and military science. The students were also trained to lead a disciplined life. Only Divijas could be Sishyas. No woman could have formal education. Age-based ashramas. Towards the end of the latter Vedic period, the concept of four stages in life was developed. They were Brahmacharya, Grihastha, Vanaprastha, Sannyasa. Brahmacharya means student life, Grihastha means married life, Vanaprastha means going to the forest to meditate, and Sannyasa means leading a life of an ascetic so as to attain Svarga. Contemporary culture in South India and Tamil Nadu. The early Vedic culture in North India coincided with the Chalcolithic cultures that prevailed in other parts of the subcontinent, since people used copper and stone. So it was called as Chalcolithic period. Chaco means copper and lithic means stone. So it is called as Chalcolithic period. The Chalcolithic period of India was contemporary to the mature phase of Harappan culture. They continued to exist even after the decline of the latter. The latter Vedic culture in North India and the Iron Age in the South India belongs to the same period. Towards the end of the Iron Age, people stepped into what is known as megalithic culture. So the megalithic culture's time period is between 600 BCE and 100 BCE, 100 CE, 100 AD. The megalithic period in ancient Tamilagam synchronized with pre-Sangam period. The black and red ware pottery became the characteristics of the megalithic period. So the term megalithic is derived from Greek. Megas means great and lithos means stone. Using big stone slabs built upon the places of burial is known as megalithic. Some of the megalithic or Iron Age archaeological sites that is found in Tamil Nadu. First one is Adichanallur, Thuthukudi district. Among the artifacts unearthed were urns, pottery of various kinds, redware, blackware, iron implements like daggers, swords, spears, and arrows, and some stone beads and a few gold ornaments. Bronze objects representing domestic animals and wild animals like tiger, antelope, and elephant have been unearthed. The people were skillful in making pottery and in working stone and wood. Keeladi, Sivagangai district. Archaeological Survey of India excavated an ancient town dating to Sangam age in Keeladi village at Tirupattur Taluk. Excavation have produced evidence for brick building and well laid out drainage system. Tamil Brahmi inscription on pottery, beads of glasses, carnelian and quartz, pearl, gold ornaments and iron objects, shell bangles, ivory dies have been unearthed. In 2017, Archaeological Survey of India sent 2 samples of these for radiocarbon dating to Beta Analytic, Florida, USA. They dated samples as 200 BC. The Roman artifacts found at this site added to the evidence of ancient Indo-Roman trade relations. Periplus mentions that steel imported to Rome from peninsular India was subjected to duty in the port of Alexandria. Porundal, Dindigul district, finds grave goods, glass beads in red, white, yellow, blue and green color. Iron sword, pottery with Tamil Brahmi script, pot filled with rice, semi-precious metals such as quartz, carnelian, bangles made of glass and shell. The discovery of iron sickle, pike and tip of ploughs provided evidences that they had the practice of rice cultivation in Tamil Nadu. A pot of rice from Porundal site proves that rice was people's staple food. Payyamballi, Velur district. So the archaeological finds iron artifacts along with the megalithic black and redware pottery that have been found. Evidences for iron smelting has came to light at Payyamballi. The date of the culture based on radiocarbon dating is 1000 BC. Kodumanal, Erode district. It is identified with Kodumanam of Paditrupattu. More than 300 pottery inscriptions in Tamil Brahmi have been discovered there. Archaeologists have also discovered spindles, whorls, and pieces of cloth. Whorls means used for making thread from cotton. Along with the tools, weapons, ornaments, beads, particularly carnelian. A menhir found at burial site is assigned to the megalithic period. Megalithic monuments in Tamil Nadu. The people who lived during the last stage of the new stone age began to follow the megalithic system of burial. According to this system, which is the megalithic system of burial, the dead body was placed in a big pot along with burial goods. The megalithic monuments bear witness to a highly advanced state of civilization with the knowledge of iron and community living. Dolmens. They are megalithic tombs made of two or more upright stone with a single stone lying across the burial site. Megalithic dolmens have been found in Veera Ragavapuram village, Kanjipuram district, Kumalamarudupatti, Dindigul district and Narasingampatti, Madurai district. Pandavatittu in Dharmapuri. It's also a dolmens. Menhir. In Breton language, men means stone and hir means long. They are monolithic pillars planted vertically into the ground in memory of the dead. Menhir at Singaripalayam in Tirupur district and Vembur in Thani district points to the existence of an ancient settlement along the banks of river Uppar. Menhirs are found at Narasingampatti, Madurai district, Kumarikalpalayam and Kodumanal in Erode district. Hero stones. A hero stone is a memorial stone raised in remembrance of the honorable death of a hero in battle or those who lost their lives while defending their village from animals or enemies. Hero stones are found at Manur village near Palani, Dindigul district, Vellalankotai, Thuthukudi district and Pulimankombai, Dindigul district. Summary. The Aryans migrated to India around 1500 BC. The Vedic text form an important source of this period. Rigvedic polity was kinship based. When the Aryans moved eastward, the early settlements were replaced by their territorial kingdoms. Use of iron plug and axe helped more areas of land under cultivation. New crafts and arts developed. It paved the way for urbanization in the Gangetic Plain. The later Vedic society in North India and the Iron Age society in the South India belong to the same period. Thank you.